Yo, what is going on YouTube? I am Germ here. Today we have kind of a different topic to talk about, different kind of video. We're going to be talking about Professor Akali, who if you don't know him, that's great. You're better off without knowing him. You might want to leave this video while you still can. But if you don't know him, he is a League of Legends YouTuber, streamer. He's pretty massive. He has like 850k subscribers on YouTube. I think he has a pretty big Twitch channel. I honestly don't really know. I've known about him for a few years. He's been part of the community for so long. And I just try to block him out, try to ignore him, and most people do because, man, he is so cancerous on all the platforms, on YouTube, on Twitch. He's one of the big, massive clickbaiting YouTubers who just makes these ridiculous videos, low elo smurfing, inting to get it counts down to iron, to smurf on people to make videos. He clickbaits, makes entirely fake videos, fake thumbnails, does a lot of stuff. And in a lot of ways, there's a lot of stuff you have to do to be big on YouTube, to be big on Twitch. You have to clickbait some stuff, you have to sensationalize, you have to go over the top, you have to do flashy stuff, new ideas, new things. But in my opinion, he takes some stuff too far, and there's a lot of stuff that we're going to be talking about in this video. But in the end, honestly, the only way we're going to see change and cleaning up the community and making it a better place, making YouTube better, Twitch better, and just overall reducing the things that we hate seeing in the game and in the people that people who play this game look up to, is if we reach out for change. So I definitely want people to reach out to Riot on Twitter, Riot support, all these things to let people know how we feel. And if people really hate Professor Akali, hate what he's doing, and know that he's breaking terms of service, breaking the rules, and making the game overall a worse place, and the community overall a worse place, to try and do something about it other than just going on Reddit and making a big post that Riot sees for sure. But if people start asking for change, we've seen this before when people have cried out for like the Tyler 1 bans, and even though I'm a big fan of Tyler 1, people really made Riot do something there, and looking back on it, banning Tyler 1 was a great thing for the community. He got people inting, he really made it popular and cool to int and stuff, and they really did clean up the game in the community for a while by banning him and then bringing him back and making him reform and be better overall. And they could really set an example by doing something similar to Professor Akali as he continues to push the limits, both in-game and out-of-game. Obviously, there's only so much they can do out-of-game, but we're going to be going through a bunch of stuff in this video. First up, we have this thread the other day. This was one day ago. Professor Akali intentionally feeding, going AFK 16 games in a row just to make a challenger Akali main visits Iron 4 video. So today, this guy says that he woke up to this Professor Akali video and is recommended. We take a look at that here. Challenger Akali main visits Iron 4. Elo Hell actually exists. It's just a game of him playing. I don't even think it's in Iron 4. Honestly, we can check here. I believe that, yeah, I think the account was Iron 1 for like all of these games. So again, that's just a straight up lie. They're Bronze 3 MMR. This account's only Iron 1. This account wasn't Iron 4. But whatever, that's a little bit clickbait. I don't think that's too egregious or anything. I don't have a huge problem with that. But when we take a look at the account he was playing on, again, here it is. There's his 3 Akali games, obviously, that he made for the YouTube video. You can see beforehand that all the account did was just go into rank and int 05, 01, 00. Obviously, that's an AFK, 08, 14, 113, 013, 010. The account is 3 and 17 in ranked. This wasn't, obviously, he's not going to be iron, but this wasn't even an account that he just got as iron or whatever. This was an account that was inted, and then he either inted this account or he bought this account. And then we see that on Twitter he actually just reaches out and admits that he never intentionally fed to demote an account to iron. He's purchased iron accounts when needed. And then he goes on this rant about how people just blatantly upvote lies. Pretty sad, to be honest, hive mind. He gets super defensive. He always calls out Reddit. He says Reddit's a blind hate mob. People just love hating on him. He needs to defend himself, all this weird stuff. But one way or another, he either into this account or he bought an account, and either way that's against Riot terms of service, and if nothing else, he could be banned just for that. I don't know what the deserved thing is, but for all these games, somebody's game was ruined. I mean, this is 17 games where an account was just inted, and then Professor Akali, he's either supporting that or is part of that in some way. I totally believe that he's not the one who did it himself, but I believe that he has people to do it for him. I don't think he just went on a website and bought it. He is so big in the community with so many connections, like way more than you guys could even know. I've heard stories, I've talked to people. He's been so big for so long that he knows so many people. He has so many connections and stuff that Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he just has people doing this for him that are part of his team or part of his connections or anything, but I don't know that. Obviously, he could have just went on a website and bought this or whatever too. But at the least, he's breaking the terms of service there, and all of these games were just ruined for these people, and then he ruined these three people's games too, just for money in the end. Obviously, it's just for a clickbait video, and a video that's not even good anyway. He's a challenger player. Like, congrats, you're smurfing on iron. You could have done the exact same video in bronze, silver, gold, you know, get an account placed in silver or gold very easily that you could have just played on yourself. Makes the same video. And honestly, you weren't even in Iron 4 anyway. You could have made the video in Bronze, Silver, Gold, just called it Iron, and, you know, completely lie again, and that wouldn't even have been a bad. That would be like your normal video. That'd be the normal lying that you do in a video anyway, and probably no one would even know. Your viewers clearly don't care about, like, don't even think too much, so they, you know, you could say whatever you wanted. He could have just gotten away with probably just making this video right away. Also, again, he knows so many people, has so many connections. He could just recruit Iron players, pay him a little bit of money. This guy is so rich, he has so much money, and even if he doesn't, he has enough money to give Iron players a couple dollars, made a custom game, and then still made an Akali video about playing against Iron players. And one, he could have actually played against real Iron players. This is him mostly playing against silvers and bronzes, and not had to int a bunch of people's games and not ruin somebody's rank game. There's so many better ways he could go about this, and he has the connections, he knows people, he has the money, he has everything he needs to make the exact same videos, because he talks about how I need to clickbait on YouTube to pay my bills, to make rent, to make money. You could do the exact same things you're doing without ruining the game and experience for so many people. And he could just do that, but he absolutely just refuses to. Obviously, that would take maybe a little bit more work for him, but it would be so much better for the community and stuff overall. The community that he like claims to care about, obviously, as since he's part of the League of Legends community. That would be such a better idea. He has 800,000 YouTube subscribers. He has so many, whatever many subscribers and followers on Twitch. He knows so many people. He could easily get an Iron game together, or even just find 5 Iron people. His team could be whatever he wants and whip up a video. And he does that so often when he does like 3 against 5 or 1v5 video. He gets Iron players from his chat or from YouTube or whatever. Man, he could easily do that. And even if it's hard to find people, give him a couple dollars, they'll do it for sure. I think that's a much better way to do it. Obviously, he doesn't. Who knows? Then we had this controversy the other day where he made this completely fake thumbnail. He says new champ mind control. There was, I don't know, some rumors leaks about maybe a new champion coming out with some mind control ability or whatever. And he puts these ability icons in the screen. This was very deceitful, very devious. This is one of Karma's abilities. This is Ash's Hawkshot, and this is Vel'Koz's E. He kind of flipped them, distorted them a little bit, and then made them red to make them look like completely new abilities. He very intentionally, like, obviously was trying to deceive people. He was trying to make new abilities and make them look different, because he could have just used the regular abilities, turned them red, and people would have known there were other abilities, but maybe it'd look a little different. But he tried to flip them around and tried to distort them and tried to make them look different. He has since deleted this video and he apologized for this and stuff, but I don't think he's sorry. I mean, he's obviously just sorry that he got caught, and I mean, as soon as he has a chance to do another something like that, he is obviously going to. I found this really funny on Reddit from about 6 months ago. Professor Akali, will never clickbait again. No more caps lock, no more troll builds. Monday through Sunday, high elo gameplay only. Again, this was just 6 months ago. No one obviously believed this. I think it was just really, really funny. Little Reddit post to see. And then he posted this little apology, which in my opinion, I watched the whole thing and then I clicked it back just to get his face. I think this is an absolutely terrible apology. He apologizes, one, for the fake thumbnail, and he says he deleted that video, and then he says how he's actually really, really good at the game, because people have called him out for not actually being challenger or rank 1. He says that all the time in his videos. He's like, oh, I'm actually really good at the game. All my videos are D1, Master, Grandmaster. Reddit's just a hate mob. You know, I have to defend myself. When really, he is such the problem in the community, and what's crazy is whether you have any problem with his videos, his YouTube, his clickbait, whatever. I mean, this is his channel, these are his thumbnails. Again, a lot of it is just playing the YouTube game, and I don't fault him for that, but the fake ones, the ones where he has to ruin people's games to get a video, all that stuff, I'm completely against. Riot should be against, and when he's breaking terms of service, everyone should be against that. But what's crazy is that he says, you know, you have to play the YouTube game, you have to go for crazier thumbnails and titles and videos, you have to clickbait. What's crazy is that he is I don't know about most, but at least a big part of the reason why League of Legends YouTube looks like that. He is if not the manager for a ton of these big YouTube channels. He is like a consultant for so many of these guys. If you know that their little Discord community where they all talk, they all throw ideas off each other. Professor Akali is like the ringleader, telling guys, hey, you should try out this video, you should do this thumbnail, this is what you need to do going forward. He like mentors all these people and has just kind of built up this YouTube community that we see today, where every single channel looks like this. And if your channel doesn't look like this, and if you're not constantly doing just ridiculous clickbait, smurfing, whatever, that you can't really hang in the YouTube game. And again, I get it. People like seeing sensationalized stuff. People want clickbait stuff. People want new, interesting ideas that push the boundaries and stuff. And if this is what people on YouTube like, it's what they like. But for him to say that he just hates how YouTube is and he wishes it wasn't like that, he is a huge part of the problem. And it's crazy because, again, I know so many different big and small YouTube content creators that are, again, if not like mentored and consulted by Professor Akali, that are completely managed by him, where he's actually getting some revenue and stuff from them, which is absolutely crazy. Again, for him to pretend like he's not an absolute massive part of the problem is ridiculous. So many problems with Professor Akali. Again, don't go over to his channel, don't dislike, bomb his videos, nothing like that, because he wants that. He gets more money off that, he gets more views off that. The best way is to ignore him and tell Riot how we feel, to let them know that he should be stopped and this should not be allowed to go on. And anyone who does stuff like this should also not be allowed to go on. People, I think even big streamers like TF Blade, guys like that, who just constantly are doing smurfing challenges where they're constantly buying accounts, inting on accounts to get them to lower ranks, they should be stopped. This should not be put up with. Riot should not support it, and they should clean up their game, clean up their community, and it would be a better place for everybody. Because, yeah, Professor Akali has decided that money is more important than everything. It's more important than the community that got him to where he is today. He would be nothing without the League of Legends community, and he, you know, makes a conscious effort to make it a little bit worse and destroy it a little bit more every single day, and just make it an overall worse place for everyone involved. And I definitely think they should put a stop to that. But that's pretty much it for this video today, guys. Definitely drop a like if you enjoyed it. Leave a comment down below. What do you think about Professor Akali? What do you think about the situation? What do you think should be done to stop it, to change it, to make it better? I don't know. I don't know what the right answer is. Subscribe to update on the latest content. Hopefully I catch you guys in the next one. But until then, peace.